Thank you so much for all the attention to your very own channel, the Utopian Garden. So today I'm going to you can see this in front of you. You might be wondering what exactly this is. This is of course a seedling tray. Let me just fold it for you and show it to you. So this basically is something a lot of beginners get enchanted with, like I did. So I bought two of these. I didn't buy like a set of 5s, 10, 15, 20, whatever. So I wanted to explore if I could use this or not, because there are a lot of times you see videos on YouTube wherein a YouTuber just drops the seed here and puts in a little tiny bit of half a gram or 1/4 of a gram cocoa peat on top of it. So and then all of a sudden you see a video in which the seedling has grown to a good height, and all of a sudden you kind of enchanted and enamored by the whole idea that even you can do it. No, I'm sorry sir, I'm sorry ma'am, you really cannot if you do not follow these steps. Please try to understand these. I'm going to make it very quick, very short, very concise and supremely precise. So simple. First of all, for example, let's take the example of this cavity, which is probably this one, which is right in the center of the screen. So let's take this one. You put some cocoa peat in it, fill it almost to the brim, put your seed in it like they do it in all other videos, drop your seed here, put that tiny bit of cocoa peat here, no problem, cover it up, all good. It will probably germinate in 2 days or so. So now you have to understand that your very dear gardener YouTuber is not showing you the fact that he is probably in all those 7, 8, 10 days he's kind of dug that cavity in and put that germinated seed right in the middle. Nobody tells you that, right? Nobody tells you, at least the kind of videos that I watched, nobody tells you that the seed should be put as close as possible to the middle as soon as it is germinated. It takes about, depending on the kind of seed you have, it takes about 1, 2, 3 days to germinate, right? Provided you have the right environment for it to germinate. So you have to put it right in the center. When I say right in the center, let me tell you what it means. I mean to say at the center of the height or the depth. You can call it the depth of the cavity. So it has to be right at the center as soon as, let me just, I hope you can have a look at this. Yeah, so right here or probably somewhere right here. Okay, if not at the center mark, at the midpoint, probably slightly above the midpoint. So this putting the seed right here, right on top, just slightly below the brim, is not going to help. Your seed is going to germinate, eventually it will fall off. The stem, that tiny frail feeble stem that you see, is eventually going to crash into another cavity, and what will happen is it will break down, and then you will have something like, let me possibly show you this. So just have a look at some of these. They're so tiny, like this one, they're so tiny and frail. So I've just planted all of these from here. So instead of using this one, if you don't want to, probably use this. Use a pot which is probably 12 inches or so. It is safe. The only good thing about that one, that using this, is that you're not going to use too much of cocoa peat. In this one, the pot that I just shown you, you may end up using a lot of cocoa peat. So anyway, the point here is, the one procedure is very simple. One is drop it here in the beginning. After 2 days, put it right in the middle, and then let it, just water it and let it grow on its own, and trust me, it's going to blossom out to the most beautiful roots and the stem system, right? The second thing is, the second procedure I'm going to talk about is very simple. Put it in the bottom of this one right in the beginning. There's no need for you to worry that your dear, your beloved, your lovely YouTuber is asking you to just sow it at the brim, just below the brim of the cavity. No, sow it almost at the center. I would say slightly above the center if it is absolutely new, right? If the seed has just popped out of the pack that you have in front of you, so put it just above the center so that it gets a bit of air as well. Don't put it right at the bottom. That doesn't make sense. So why I am asking you to put it at the center of this is very simple, very logical, very pragmatic. You don't really have to even think, but still as a beginner it took me time to understand this, so that's why you may not think, because you may have other activities to think about, or just the way I have. But and then I wasted a couple of my seeds and my seedlings died. So that's why I'm explaining it to you. Put it just above the center. The logic is very simple. It will bind the whole over a period of time. It's going to bind, the roots are going to bind the whole cocoa peat together. So you can even pull it out of the stem, as you see it in nurseries when they pull it out of the stem and they give it to you for 10 rupees, 15 rupees. So you don't really need to waste money. Just buy some seeds, just buy some good seeds, no matter whether the seedling is available for 10 rupees, 20 rupees or whatever. Right? So this is what I wanted to share with you guys. I hope you understood. If you have any sort of questions, do not hesitate. Just let me know in the comment section. Trust me, I'm going to answer as quickly as possible, as soon as possible. Well, thank you so much for watching. Take care. God bless. I'll see you very soon in the next one, and keep smiling.